God be with you, neighbor.
Greetings.
I'm sorry?
I'm ready to set out, Captain.
Great. Now stick close to us, lad, and don't go wandering off.
All right, Captain.
Where will we start searching, sir?
If they drove out of Tarkov and headed towards us, they had to pass through Troskovitz.
Right, sir. You keep up with us, son. Troskovitz ain't far, but it seems there's fellas vanishing on the way.
Very good, Captain.
What do you think about it, Captain?
I know you told me not to jump to any conclusions, sir, but I can't help myself. Someone's running rampant around here, sir.
I know who's running rampant. Yurko in the cellar. We're out of wine again. I knew this wedding wouldn't be cheap, but I'm bleeding like a stuck pig. And the bailiff, the bride's father, you'd get more blood out of a stone than coin out of him. And then he behaves like I shit golden eggs just because I'm a noble. Even though he's got more coin than me.
Such are the times, sir. But that Yurko, he's going too far.
You know how those Moravians are. It's in his blood.
Aye, I noticed. But they're getting too much to handle. Him and his cronies. They started on young Henry, soon as he set foot on the courtyard.
What? Is that true, Henry?
It was nothing. Just a bit of a friendly brawl. They clearly had a skinful. I can understand it.
Well, I've sure as hell got no understanding for it. I hope they didn't hurt you.
Young Henry here gave Yurko a nice hammering.
Oh, that's no surprise. The fella can hardly stand upright most of the time.
You'd have to get up early to catch them sober. But they wasn't that drunk as to give Henry an easy fight.
Look here, lad. If you're such a champion, I'm sure you'd accept the challenge of an old man like myself.
It would be an honor, sir.
Excellent. Not afraid, eh? That's what I like to see. There's an abandoned pen along the path a bit. We'll stop off there and see what you're made of.
All right, sir. If you'll excuse me, I'll explain some things to the youngster here first. Wouldn't want no accidents happening.
So, we're here. Gnarly, tell the youngster here what's what.
All right, son. You're going to fight Lord Sameen. It'll be an honorable fight, so you better act accordingly. Hold on, Mo. I'll give you some gear for it.
What weapon will you give me?
What would you like?
Sword?
Don't get ahead of yourself, laddie. A sword belongs in noble hands. You can have my cudgel. It might be just a stick, but it's my stick, so careful with it.
Thank you, Captain.
Save the thanks, and get your arse into the pen.
So, young'un, are you ready?
All right, let's do it.
Ah! 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 Wanker!
Henry, come here.
Sakra! I need a bandage.
What do you say, son?
You really gave me the runaround.
I'm no spring chicken, but I'm as spry as ever.
God's truth, sir. You didn't disgrace yourself, but I can see the young'un has spirit. Anyways, you can keep that old junk, Henry. Even my cudgel. But take care of the old fella. He might be just a piece of wood, but he saved my arse more than once.
I will, Captain.
And since you won, I've got something else for you as well. My shield.
Isn't that a bit too much, Gnarly?
Sir, my left shoulder's fucked anyway. I can't carry no shield.
True enough.
Thank you.
I needed that. It's good to stretch the limbs every now and again. And you're pretty handy, youngster. You should come to the courtyard, and Gnarly here will give you a good education in the art of the sword.
I call it the art of not getting skewered as soon as you step foot outside the village. But do come, Henry. We've got a nice arena in Sameen. It ain't no abandoned pig pen.
You can't always choose your battleground, Gnarly. Whether it's a pig pen or an arena in Karlstein, it's the performance that counts. And while we're on the subject, where are you from, lad? It's clear you're not from Trotsky.
I'm from Silver Scallops, sir.
Aha! Now I understand why you're here. You're not the first one to flee here from the war.
I don't flee from a fight, sir. I have work here, and a lot of scores to settle.
You want to get revenge for what happened back home? That usually doesn't end well. You'd be better advised to find yourself a well-built girl, build a cottage, and visit the church and the tavern in turn. There's no helping your dead anyway.
That's nice advice, sir. Only women will tie you down, lad. Better to go and see a bit of the world. You're doing the right thing.
What is this hooved monster? Can't you see where you're going?
So,
Well, that makes sense. But the young fella here should do it. If the bailiff sees you, he'll guess I'm in the village and come and bother me. And I'm really not in the mood today for any bombardment of complaints.
I understand, sir. All right, Henry. Run along to the rat house and inquire about that wagon.
And Henry, not a word about me. Are we clear?
As you wish, sir. Master Bailiff?
Ask away, by all means. Wait now, aren't you that lad who's helping Rad?
Yeah, that's me.
I heard his hired hands went missing.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm here.
Ah, I was thinking they were driving awful fast with...
You saw them?
I did.
Where were they headed?
Towards the east, to Apollonia on the road.
I am indeed.
I'm glad to hear it. I heard there were goods, and I can do without that kind of trouble now.
It seems you have a lot of concerns with that wedding, man.
Of course I do. I'm the Lord Semine would be happier if I paid all the who's invited, what there'll be to eat and drink, entertainment,
I understand. But isn't it just that...
That's not it. I'll tell you what it is. It's because Lord Semine is an only I've got coin, while he's trying to keep the...
You ought to calm down, Master Bailiff. That kind of talk...
You're right, of course.
I understand. Do you know anything about Radabat?
Only what I've told you. But to tell you that...
Why's that?
Well, they might look like butterwood. That pair have mischief.
Do you know anything...
Only what I've told you.
Why's that?
Well, they might look that pair...
That'll be all.
How can I help you today?
How are things?
What would you like to hear?
Are you from...
No, I'm not.
So what are you doing?
The plague, the plague took most of my relatives to their maker. Bailiff Thrush offered me a good position.
Well, Troskovitz isn't exactly a small village.
And why shouldn't they be? I think we can especially thank...
And what's your lord like?
Von Burgau? My goodness. He knows just like his Chamberlain Ulrich. Though...
Who's this?
Ulrich von Schaumburg manages the estate, you see, as the royal chamberlain. So Ulrich is...
Show me your way.
Thank you, and a good day to you, friend.
It happens. Just watch where you're going this time. Yeah, yeah. Greeting.
What's the latest?
Nothing much, and I hope it...
Can I spend... I'll pay you.
I'll let you sleep.
All right. I hope that'll be in...
Agreed. Like you can sleep on the hay, but don't go...
Good morning.
Well then, young...
They were spotted here, sir. Going to the east, towards up...
So to Yitchin,
Oh, they were driving so fast.
the thieving scum. Let's...
Sir, I can send a message to the...
Oh, it'll take too long. We'll go and get...
Won't you be missing preparations for the wedding at home, sir?
I will. Praise Lord Jesus. If I have to choose between riding to Yitchin and listening to Dorothy's endless fussing, I'll take Yitchin any time. Besides, there's a nice inn along the way, the Three Cats. We can spend the night there.
I remember that place, but I'm not sure, sir. if they'll let the two of us set foot
that?
inside the door.
Oh, gnarly, that was 15 summers ago. God knows if the place is even still standing.
True. Still, we'd better keep our eyes peeled. They might not have gone to your chief. They could have been turned off somewhere. Or something could have
Don't you
happened.
see I'm walking
They
here?
might have been ambushed, maybe.
Will you give over with that? I'll bet my braves they weren't ambushed. More likely we'll find them boozing at the Three Cats.
That'd surely be the best outcome. If that old dive is still standing. Let's go then. So, St. Anthony, which way now?
While you're praying to the patron saint of lost things, go and have a look along the road, gnarly. And you, Henry, have a look to the left.
All right, sir. But don't forget, my eyesight ain't what it used to be.
Well, that's what we have the youngster for, isn't it? Off you go. Greetings to you.
Did you see a cart drive?
All the time, friend, from Truskovich to...
I'm looking for a cart loaded with good...
Now that you mention it, I do when you go out of the cemetery onto the road.
Very well.
I'm looking for a poach. Have you seen anything suspicious?
Not a poacher, I'm afraid. It's mighty odd how many of them... I wouldn't be surprised if it...
Any idea where I should...
Right, follow it into the Slitigo forest. It's nothing.
Thanks.
God be with you.
I'm Henry.
Ignatius. Looking for a final... Or do you need to...
I'm more interested...
Once you try...
You got a big...
Ain't it? But we're all...
What's
The story?
But you said there's been a lot of...
Well, it ain't usual for...
I don't know.
That might be the reason then. Look, I'm not suggesting any... If things...
Being a great...
Funny,
I'm only out.
that fake...
Are you offering...
No.
And how do you know that?
You've got...
Could you be more specific?
You just aren't cut out for... It's a...
But seriously...
Gravedigger, knacker, snort...
You've nearly...
Well, I have been doing it for almost...
Sounds appealing.
Not all that glitters is gold, lad. I pick up dead animals on the side of... That's why people say I'm unclean. It's sewing... Can't even...
I'm not from...
The same as where you come from.
That's an interesting one.
I like when a fella buries... Or if the sinner then has to arrest...
Where does he get the...
Where do you think?
You're in charge of that too?
I know how to cut a cross out of...
So they're all your...
I wish. You might find a few stories about... All I know...
Do you know any more?
I do.
Have you heard any?
There's something new. God be with you.
Sack of charcoal? That could have fallen off the cart.
Feel it in my bones, sir. You'll have the car back in no time. A nobleman in harness. We ain't ever had such a spectacle in these cars.
You might get to see it soon enough. The lords in this country have all gone to the dogs. Every lone born with a bit of coin builds a house in Gutenberg while we live in squalor. Why do you reckon that is, lad?
That's a tough question, sir. But nothing happens on God's green earth without his will. If that's the way God wants it, there's nothing you can do.
None of this would be happening if we had a king. And I mean a real one. Not Wenceslas or Sigismund. Oh, anywhere that's not ruled by a strong hand, all sorts of things go wrong.
Especially when you've got Moravian relatives eating you out of house and home.
Hold up. This is strange. I don't see any cart tracks. What do you reckon, Gnarly?
I'm blind as a mole, sir. But it's all peculiar right enough. Where the hell could that cart have vanished to?
Well, that's just it. They had nowhere to turn off.
I'll look up the road a bit. And you, Henry, have a look back along the road. Maybe it fell in a ditch somewhere. Who knows?
Very well, sir.
Here, Mutt. Search. Here, Mutt.
Blacksmith's cart. And someone went to a hell of a lot of trouble to hide it from the road.
Hey! I found the blacksmith's cart! Come here!
Here, Mutt.
Well, now, here we have it. The blacksmith's cart.
And someone went to a lot of trouble to hide it from the road.
Of course the goods are gone. The bastards hauled it off to the rocks. That's clear. Well, we can't let them get away with it. They'll carry on, but on foot. My old young milker would only break a leg there. And keep a sharp lookout. Something stinks here.
I told you. They got ambushed by them bastards before the rampart.
Oh, be quiet. You can't be sure of anything.
Apollonia. I spent a lot of time running around here as a young lad.
Oh, not me. This place always gave me the shivers.
God's truth, I ain't got only good memories. Got my laser gun. Crap, they're all night, I won. Wonderful morning. The boat was forced itself. The whole of Sameen was out looking for me.
See, at least you came here as a kid. It still gives me the creeps here.
Why is that, sir? It's just some rocks, ain't it?
You'd sing a different tune if you'd had the rope maker's wife as a nanny when you were little. Now, she had some tales about this place. Headless horsemen, goblins, and white ladies. Every night, we'd gather by the hearth. The old woman would sit at her spinning wheel telling stories. I'll tell you, Captain, there isn't much I'm afraid of. But when that blind old crone was croaking her tales of devils and holes to hell, with the fire crackling and the wind whistling outside the windows, and the whirring of the spinning wheel...
Shh!
Listen.
Yeah, I hear it.
There's somebody there, sure enough.
Let's get closer.
They can't stay away from the tavern.
You two don't know the truth from an hole in the ground. Stumble was a priest. He showed me holy pictures and taught me a lot.
Aye, Stumble was a priest.
What do we do now?
I used to clamber around here as the girls from Slatico, but so's their underwear would...
That's nice, Gnarly.
Well, there's a nice view into the gorge from up there.
Right. Henry, what are you waiting for?
Sure, sir. With a bit of luck,
I can do without girls.
True. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. She had one different than the other.
All right. But that ain't
those
normal.
definitely aren't the
Everyone
blacksmith's
must be
hands.
laughing at the wench. Why? Some people might like it. I don't know who'd like that. Did they do something?
What?
So how's it look, Sonny? How many?
I saw 3. And they don't look like Radham. I didn't see them.
It looked more... Seems we can't have...
Sure am, sir.
I wouldn't worry about Henry, sir. He showed his mettle and training. So, how are we gonna do it?
What else do you suggest?
We ought to pounce on them while we have the moment of surprise.
The words of a real man. So get ready, and we'll go for them. Nice and quick, before the bastards realize what's going on.
True. You never know what crosses those
Mutt!
Don't start again. I'm trying to tell a story for amusement.
I'll get you! I'll be done with you in a flash. Leave him alone!
Hey, get him! We're gonna gut you, you whore son!
I still
Now for
can't quite
another.
do that.
Hey, Henry, get over here. Hey, Henry, get over here. Stop dawdling. What's the hold-up, damn it? What's the hold-up, damn it? Hey, Henry, get over here. What's the hold-up, damn it?
Oh, this day took...
And it ain't over yet, sir. Your goods ain't here.
Hard to say. I've never actually seen them. But I don't think it was them.
Me neither. But right past that peak is another...
You think this was a patrol?
It makes sense. But I don't want to go assuming the worst.
Yeah, well, you were right, as always.
I am. Let's...
I thought we had everything clear, Venser. You tried to fuck with me, so until we ride out, you're gonna stick right there and keep your mouth shut.
We did everything you asked. We got the blacksmith cart and the goods.
Horse shit. You tried to fuck me. That bastard cousin of yours owned up to it.
It was his idea. I wanted nothing to do with it.
Make no difference to me, Venser. You vouched for the crooked fucker. So now, it's on you. Actually, you could consider yourself lucky. If you hadn't saved my ass that time in Colleen, I'd have goat ear skin you alive.
Bastards. You can't trust anyone in these parts. Get ready, Gnarly. We are going to parley.
like that time at the Shani, sir.
Yes, exactly.
Only there was more of us that time, and less of them.
Oh, don't worry, there won't be a problem. They're just common thieves. Besides, I'll take young Henry with me.
What, me?
And if they're still feeling brave, you get to try out that new plaything of yours.
Ahem, gentlemen. I'm obliged to you for looking after my goods, but I'll take them back now. Just hand them over, and I'll let you go.
Oh, you must be from Sameen, sir. Well, of course you can have everything back. As long as you ask nicely, eh? Well, how about we do things differently? You lay down your weapons, and we can all have a nice little chat. I mean, I don't intend to go murdering local lords. I just want your coin.
That's very noble of you, sir.
What are you gaping at? At them!
Fight for quick death, you bastard.
Hammer them, men!
You won't get me.
We'll finish this quickly. You won't get away from me, bastard! You die for that, you bastard! A death for a death! Don't spare him!
You should have fucking stayed out of it.
Fucking cowards!
Any other horse that wants
got
got what
piss
they
on his
deserve,
grave?
the fuckers. Henry! Hey, Henry! Are you listening?
You have to spare
Come here!
Oh, do be quiet. We'll decide what to do with you later. What about your family?
Fallen on hard times. That's why I do what I
Hey,
do.
Henry!
So they won't pay half a groschen for you, eh? So, tell me why I shouldn't hang you from the nearest tree, huh?
I'm still from a noble family.
Hey,
Rich or poor,
Henry.
you can't just lynch me.
Well, who's going to stop me?
The law?
I can't see any law here, but I can see lots.
What now? One of them bastards fled into the rocks.
Did you see which way he...
No, I had other things.
But they'd taken him...
Are you deaf? They took him captive. They were in cahoots.
Uh-huh.
And they deserve the same...
I'll go and track him.
Great. Hurry.
Bailiff or not, his family's common as muck. And then there's the talk about money. They say you're hard up, sir.
You really do want to
Hear
hang,
that.
don't you?
Search.
Carry on like that and you'll get what's coming.
Please, let me go. I just want to go home.
I've got you now, Venser. You've nowhere to run to.
Well, why the fuck would I? It's just you against me. Besides, if I do yield, it's the rope.
One-on-one, yeah. But it must be clear to you that you're no match for me. Even if the noose is waiting for you, it's still a more pleasant death than getting your head smashed in with a rock. And believe me, I'll do it if they...
Fuck! All right, I'll come with you.
I might. As long as you don't try anything.
Promise me.
I won't promise you anything. Now come on. I've got a prisoner for you, sir.
Excellent. It all worked out quite well in the end. Gnarly will take care of this scum.
What about Gules?
He caught a few good hits, but he's alive. We'll take him with us. I need to have a... You did a good job, young. And so you don't say I had you clambering over these rocks for nothing.
Thank you, sir.
Don't thank me. You deserved it. And now, let's get that accursed cart back to Sameen. Want a ride? We'll go via Troskovitz. We can drop you off there, and you won't have far to Tarkov. You ought to report back to Radovan as soon as possible.
What's going to happen with that?
You mean Radovan's hands? The other fellow was tied up, so Gnarly'll have a word with him.
A ride would be great. My legs are sore.
Wait until you're my age.
I didn't do nothing wrong, I swear. It's all Vence's fault. It was him who... said we'll sell the car to Gills.
It weren't like that at all. We shook on it. But on the way, you had the idea we'd keep it.
What? That ain't true.
Leave it out, you two. One way or another, you wanted to fuck me over. Doesn't matter whose idea it was.
A thief robbing a thief? What a world.
I'm still a nobleman, if you don't mind. So I'm not a thief. I'm a robber baron.
A thief's a thief.
Where are you taking us?
To Sameen, where his lordship will hear you out and decide what to do with you.
I hope you realise you can't just execute me.
It depends. By rights, I should send a plea to some court to decide if we can behead you. But in these shitty times, nobody will give a toss. Parchment's dear, and ink ain't free either. So as far as I'm concerned, I'd happily risk it and knock your head off without permission.
I see how the law is respected here.
Ha! Are you yanking my bizzle? You're a fine one to talk about law.
And what will happen to us?
What do you think? If they'll execute a nobleman, they won't think twice about a hired hand or two.
You never know, Henry. Lord Sameen is merciful. Maybe this whimpering will soften his heart.
Oh, I'm not whimpering. I'm just trying to tell you how it was.
Bollocks! You're full of shit. Don't believe a word he says, Captain.
Sameen might be merciful, but whether he'll be in the mood for this, I can't say.
I'm innocent. I swear on my ma's soul.
Is that supposed to soften my heart? Pah! Every Manjikur I dragged to the gallows swore on his mother. Nobody with any decency would risk his mother's immortal soul, even if he was as pure as the driven snow. But this bastard doesn't think twice about his soul. You should be ashamed of yourself.
The captain's right. Only the lowest of the low swears on his mother.
That's right. You always were a piece of shit, Francie. No scruples.
Well, ain't it grand to have you here to explain everything? Now shut your gobs, the three of you. Don't want you poisoning the air with the shit you spout.
round by yourself.
Right, we're in Troskowitz. This is where you get off, Henry.
Thanks a lot, Captain.
Don't forget to go and tell Radovan what happened, so he can stop worrying.
Will do.
And drop by Sameen sometime. You may be wet behind the ears still, but you're a laugh to have around.